Everyone's gathered, Ray-chan. Yeah, I'll say it again and again, but we can't stay for long, so you better open your ears and listen carefully, so I will only talk about what is absolutely necessary and leave swiftly. Did you say you found out something when we reported investigation? If we look at what we couldn't say in the dining room, is it so important that it's dangerous if the mastermind hears it? Did you find out who the mastermind is? No, it's nothing like that. Rachel, then why? You seemed to be taken by surprise back then. It's a little serious that you guys haven't caught on. Mikharu? Just listen for a moment. There are two things I found out. Of course, I'm not sure of this. It's just my guess anyway, but the chances are high on this. First, do you all remember what I said this morning? What do you mean? A significant amount of time has passed since we entered Hope's Peak Academy. And we don't remember it. You mean this hypothesis? I remember. I thought Rachel was trying to drive Mikako-chan away. Of course I had that intention, but I couldn't explain it properly. Monokuma brought that transfer student and did it abruptly. Now we lost our memories. Maybe this isn't a hypothesis. No, wait, even so, the fact that all 15 of us had amnesia is such an absurd story, right? Shut up and listen first. I'll explain it methodically. As Mikharu said that, she took a piece of paper out of her pocket. This paper is a summary of questions I've been asking since we've been here. Nothing special. So far, thoroughly. Yeah, unlike us, you're very thoughtful. First, it was right after Kinji Uehara's execution ended when I began to suspect about amnesia, most likely when Maeda and I last spoke about this topic. Oh, you mean the fourth floor just opened? I'm sorry, but even up to that time, I thought Mikharu was testing me out again and I couldn't really believe it. It was around that time, but as more and more fitting clues kept coming out, I changed my mind. Remembering what I talked about with Maeda back then, remember the video Monokuma us right before Uehara was executed? The horrible video of the children's corpses? Is that the one you're talking about? It's not enough to kill a person, and it's not enough to leave them rotting. How much cruel is this Monokuma? Yeah, they were decayed. That's where I first got my doubts. Uehara said that after we faded, he woke up earlier than us and met face to face with Monokuma. At that time, the priest identified the children being hostage by Monokuma and even spoke to those kids directly. It was the day of the entrance ceremony. It must have been about 2 weeks before Uehara was executed. I mean, even if the children were killed right after talking to Uehara. I mean, if it's only been 2 weeks since they died, then there's a problem. Is it possible for a person to rot so fast and turn into a skeleton for only 2 weeks? A test question? I don't know. I can't think straight. The same goes for me. If you look at it as O and X, is it X? I can't be sure since it was filmed, but if I'm right, the answer becomes impossible. If it wasn't artificially tampered with, or in a really specific environment, then naturally. At this time, the things I have been wondering about. We found a notice in the library that Hope's Peak Academy was due to be closed and our group of photo of us that Maeda saw in the art room. Connecting these though, it was the first time that I thought of the possibility of amnesia. Unbelievable, but then what next? Well, I wasn't sure at that time, so I kept it as a hypothesis, but when I heard Satsuki's last words yesterday, I started thinking about it again. Maybe. You mean the picture Haru discovered mentioned by Satsuki? That's right. This is really speculation, but if we already met before, wouldn't our bodies react first when we don't remember? Like looking at a picture of your lover. You mean before we lost our memories, Kobayashikawa and Satsuki were lovers? Don't take it seriously because it's all but a guess at this stage. The reason I think this way is because it's almost impossible to give up your life for the sake of someone you just met here, no matter how good or natural their relationship were. Thinking about that picture, Haruhiko's head vaguely recognized his old memories. Of course, it doesn't mean I'm looking down at their spirit of sacrifice between the two. Something is weird. I didn't expect such a romantic comment coming from Mikharu. It's not like that, you idiot. This is something that needs to be scientifically explained. In the case of momentary amnesia, by showing clues such as the flashbacks of old memories or hypnosis. Okay, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Calm down and explain again, please. Anyways, it was something like that. Another clue was a newspaper article that Maeda and Tara found this morning. You mean the newspaper clippings with that date in the future? Indeed, it's the future from our point of view. However, if we substitute it from the amnesia here, can we still see it from the future? Wait, if it's been quite some time since we entered Hope's Peak, if it's been months, not 3 weeks only, the date of the newspaper is usually when the new semester begins. It becomes the past. It's a newspaper that has been there for a while. No, but can you look at the newspaper's content recklessly pushing the amnesia theory? Are you saying this absurd thing really happened? Anyone can tell it's a manipulation. I'd rather give more credit for this impossible thing, though. Eh? How? Think about it. Is there anything that has not happened since we gathered here? In the beginning, our situation itself became dangerous from the get-go. I can't object to it. And was it the biggest and most desperate event in human history? I've read the article, slowly, and it's no exaggeration to say that the world has been destroyed. The world has been destroyed? Impossible! No, it's not way over the end of the world. I think it's at least enough to cause the collapse of the human society itself. But there's no difference. Now, even if I think carefully, it's beyond the realms of speculation. This is a joke. The world is coming to an end? That literally can't happen. You brainless fool. That's just your own opinion. The world we live isn't as perfect as we might think. No one knows when it will suddenly collapse for certainty. In the end, the Earth has already experienced hundreds of crises that could lead to nuclear war. The fact that society is being maintained like this is fortunate enough to surpass first place in a lottery. Even so, if that's true, if the real world is doomed, then I don't see a reason to leave this place, this school anymore. How are we supposed to live on when you tell me that the world is just gone? Yeah, including your family members, your loved ones, etc., etc. Teruya. Don't be so discouraged. As I keep saying, this is all but a guess at this point, but also one with a very high probability. The biggest and most desperate event in human history. Actually, we may already know what is supposed to be the aftermath of this. What are you talking about? The motive Monokuma showed us before Maki died. I don't know if each of you have seen it, but if the article in the newspaper is true, wouldn't it also explain the video? It can't be. If that video is really true, then my family's already, yup, gone. Actually, Hatano Higa's words just added more credibility. If FIFA headquarters was attacked, the land being destroyed so much that it was impossible to run anymore, wouldn't this match what this article says? To sum it all up, after entering Hope's Peak Academy and spending a normal school life, meanwhile the biggest and most desperate event in human history occurred. Somehow we survived with our memories removed by someone, and then we suspected each other in a place we didn't even recognize. That's what happened. Such a thing. I can't believe it. But after listening to Ray-chan, I wonder if it's alright to say that everything was true. Then the article that said that Hope's Peak Academy was the epicenter of the incident. We, who are the students of this academy, have nothing to do with it at all. But then why? Why us? Why are we the only ones in the Hope's Peak Academy? What happened to the other students? Are we really the only ones alive like this? Don't get angry at me, you fool, because this isn't confirmed yet. Well, I don't know the details, but I can think of one reason why are we in this predicament. Of the 15 of us. Now, isn't it because the mastermind is among the 16? So that's the idea. Are you still doubting Mikako and Kisaragi-kun? No, I don't know about that. Then what other option is there? In the morning you were suspicious of Kurokawa and Kisaragi. If it's not that, other than those two, then who the heck is it? Don't make a fuss and listen first. This is not yet certain, let alone conjecture. This is just my own imagination. We just said our memories have been erased, right? But what if the mastermind is in the same state? What do you mean, Mikaro? Are you saying the mastermind erased their own memory? Only if. It's just one possibility, but if that really were to be true, then it won't matter who the mastermind is. It could be anyone. It could be Maeda, it could be Chara, it could be Itori, or maybe it's me who's saying this. I don't want to approach this line of thinking, but it's not good to lie in a partnership, so I'll be honest with you. I'm afraid. If this hypothesis were to be true, and if I were the mastermind, the more I dig, the more I'll deny my existence. The more they'll deny their existence. Mikaro, for the first time we met, trembled slightly and showed her own weakness. Self-denial of her own existence. It would be a self-destruction for Mikaro, who values perfection the most. Ray-chan. I'm sorry, I said that I could come along if we were to catch the mastermind, but suddenly it ended up like this. After the hypothesis of the amnesia, I came up with this theory while thinking about the mastermind. Since then, I've gotten a terrible chill on my spine and became mentally exhausted. This appearance doesn't fit me at all, not to me. So forget about that for now. Mikhail, you must be a human too. I'd be afraid of myself too if I had that feeling. Stupid, I just paused for a moment to tell you to forget it. Our goals still don't change, so I know. Mikhail shouted in embarrassment. It took just a moment to catch her breath, then looked down at the paper and spoke again. It's just one of the numerous cases. I think it's unlikely, so let's put this issue aside from now. Wait, you've been suspicious of Kurokawa and Kisaragi all this time, so why did it make you think suddenly about this? To be honest, it was simply by process of elimination that made me doubt them. I felt like there was something unconventional about the two of them being the mastermind. What if that unpretentious appearance is not the acting of the mastermind? What if you really don't know that you aren't the mastermind? What if you don't know your true self? If that's the case, then we don't even realize that we could be the mastermind. If that's true, it's impossible to know the mastermind's true nature. Yeah, but it's unlikely to do that. If you erase your own memory in the first place, even as the mastermind, it'll be impossible to do any follow-up. There would be no plan or anything at all. They would have only one chance. If the mastermind is someone's good acting, then even those with their unpretentious appearances could be acting as well. They would be considered a huge smokescreen for all we know. Hey, if that's the case, would it be more realistic to conclude that there's no mastermind among us? Kurokawa is suspicious and we suspect them because of Kisaragi's existence. Conversely, there's no guarantee that the mastermind is always among us. If we are all victims and an identified third party is the mastermind, then Mikhail's doubts would be resolved. If in the beginning the mastermind was the cause of the biggest and most desperate event in human history, it would mean that one of us committed such a world-class terrorism. Well, I honestly agree with that. It doesn't make sense for one high school student to change the world. But if I were to put your words backwards, there's no guarantee that the mastermind in our situation would be the same person as the mastermind who caused this human history. Right, but that's... Still, I agree with Medica. It is hard to believe that there's a mastermind among us, no matter what we've faced. And there's the issue of controlling Monokuma too. Just as Mada said, there is no guarantee. Fine, but I'm just thinking of every possible outcome. Always try to think that there's mastermind mixed with us. To be honest, everything we've said so far is so vague that it doesn't feel real at all, but... Right, even if it's true in theory, artificially erasing the memories of all of us, such a thing is practically impossible. Not entirely unreasonable. When you think about Kisaragi's Foundation's scientific power. What is it? Didn't I say that I found out two things? One thing was about the amnesia we just spoke. And the other one is information about the Kisaragi Foundation. A little while ago, you said something about the scientific power of the Kisaragi Foundation. I literally said it, right? It's no exaggeration to say that Kisaragi Foundation is already half a century ahead of the cutting-edge science. There are rumors that they are actually providing manpower to the US side, although they're not from a reliable source. The Kisaragi Foundation can manipulate a human's memories? It wouldn't be impossible. Is one of the reasons why I initially thought that the mastermind was among us. Is there really a need for someone to control Monokuma because so far, it has moved on its own? What? Monokuma did? Actually, it's not a dream to create a Monokuma-type artificial intelligence robot with the skills of the Kisaragi Foundation. The humanoid theory has already been completed. That's incredible, but Mikharu, you didn't treat Monokuma as an artificial intelligence when they were here back then. At that time, I didn't know that the Kisaragi Foundation was deeply involved, but this hypothesis is also absurd, because that level of AI has already reached the level of human beings. The Kisaragi Foundation, what is it? Why is the Kisaragi Foundation involved with Hope's Peak Academy? Certainly that is the important question. The Kisaragi Foundation's mark was on the 5th floor's collection room, and in the ballroom. About that, listen carefully to what I have to say from now on, because it'll be very shocking. Eh? Why did you lower your voice? It's what I found about the Kisaragi Foundation. That is... what are you guys doing in Mikaru's room? Monokuma, seriously, stop appearing out of nowhere. What do you mean out of nowhere? More than that, I can't see in the surveillance camera again. What is wrong with this? Wasn't it always like that? Leave it. Did Monica catch a strange thing not once but twice now? Hey, it's nighttime already, and you don't even sleep in Megara's room. You guys, I won't hesitate. What? We haven't done anything bad. Isn't it strange that there's 2 males and 2 females? What? Hey, fuck off. Yeah, it was a joke. Seriously, the surveillance camera doesn't seem to work, so I'm just here to check it out. Why are you checking with us that your management is poor? What do you know about surveillance cameras? We're not even going to sleep. We're just gathering to chat here. So hurry up and get out. Is it really poor management always? In my vivid mind, I think that you must have done something to the camera. You know, right? If that is true, you're guilty of damaging the device. What? Monokuma was using a usually strange way to speak. It became slightly different mood than usual, and then suddenly stopped as if it died. What? It stopped speaking. Monokuma, what are you doing? Hey, hold on. This is somehow similar to back then. When Uehara's execution was over, Mikako Kurokawa went down the secret stairs saying that Monokuma stopped. Huh? Does that mean the school is still closed? What's wrong with it? It's not even a computer before crashing. Huh. Yeah, it might be something like that. Oh, it's back. What? My body's movements are getting dull. Oh no, it's not the movements that's dull. It can't be. This is not at all. My body doesn't move. 11 seconds have passed. It seems that there is enough time to move. Not. What are you doing, Monokuma? Papa, wait. The system is a little bit. The camera isn't a problem now. Yeah. I'm gonna do a quick checkup now. It's gone. What was that? Leave it alone, because we can't afford to worry about Monokuma. Also, I'd rather call it off for today. But we haven't heard of the second fact that Rei-chan found out yet. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. As you may have seen before, Monokuma is slowly starting to notice the anomalies in my room. I'll come up with other measures soon, so go back for now. Let's do as Megara suggests, guys. It's already late anyway, so we'll have to go to bed early for tomorrow. Honestly, I don't think I'll be able to sleep much because of the story about my current memory loss. Well, I'll be going now. Go, get to bed and sleep. The switch is off now. Right, but why a teddy bear? Stop worrying and go to sleep already. She likes cute things, and then we decided to go to bed at Mikara's proposal. Let's go back to my room. Can I fucking save the game, please? Still can't do it. Why? I lay in my bed, but I can't sleep at all. If Mikara's story is true, all of us, we already have spent time in Hope's Peak. If we lost our memories... This is fucking annoying. Why can't I just save? Holy shit. This is concerning. Imagine the amount of progress I'll lose because I can't save the fucking game. We ended up killing each other. Our own friends who used to go to school together. That can't be. We were all amnesiacs. Mikara said it was, I guess, an unlikely story. I have to convince myself and try to fall asleep. Fuck, this is exhausting. Playing a game with no fucking saves. So, what are you going to do next? Hey, to think we've been against all your classmates that way. It's pretty desperate, isn't it? Then I'll leave you with that, what I've been thinking about before. The details are over. I mean, it's annoying. Do not worry, I'll be watching. Even if I said that, I can't say for sure because it's not important right now. By the way, do you know, as long as you keep deciding, the more you will end up dead. Huh, did you want me to worry about you? Even your own existence won't interfere with the plan, so get rid of that useless flattery. So what do you think? Are you in despair now? No, fun guy, whatever. From now on, you'll be the king over there. Do a good job. Is it morning? Ouch, my head. Headache, I slept the wrong way. I think I had a strange dream, but I can't remember properly because of the headache. Yeah. Just in time, the morning announcement. I should go have breakfast with the others. Still can't save. Breakfast time as usual. There were only 4 of us even with Ricardo, but with that aside, it was quieter than usual. It goes without saying, even if you try to have a conversation to find something to fight the mastermind, you'll expose it to them due to the surveillance camera. Besides that, everyone seems to have a lot to think about last night because of Mikaro's conclusion. Most crucially, it's because of the current dining room had a mix of a disparate character in addition to the 4 of us. Oh, this is a lot of food. It is. Did you make all of this? Intermediate taste of the new world and the old world, but the woman dancing the tango of the Iberian Peninsula is familiar. Why is this crazy guy with me? The taste of the food is getting worse. I'll stop eating. Ricardo, no matter how harsh you can't. What's wrong? If I don't tell you what I think of him, you already know. Well, Ricardo already suspected Kisaragi more than anyone of being the mastermind. Hey, but have we spoke to him? He's been only saying meaningless stuff for no reason. I tried talking to him yesterday, but I didn't understand anything he was saying. It's just as Monokuma said, I think there's something wrong on his head. But even putting that aside, I don't think Kisaragi-kun is so arrogant. It's not about being good or bad. Don't you know what I want to say? Do I really need to say it openly right here, right now? Mikaro, lower your voice, he can hear it all. Whether they listen or not, he's disabled anyway, so what do I care? Mikaro, you've been rather fierce this morning. Mikako-chan, are you out of your mind? Are you okay? You're pouring out blood in your face all over. Right, yesterday Kurokawa came to her senses for a brief moment, except for me and Kisaragi. Nobody knows. I forgot about it. I'm okay, It's all well and good, but why are you here? Do you still think you're in a cooperative relationship with us? You're obviously hiding something. Until you tell the truth, you won't be in the clear. Sorry, I'll just eat. And I'll get out. Now wait a minute, there's no need to push it this far. Mikako-chan, it's okay so. There are certain facts that only she knows. Those might be decisive keys to change this frustrating situation. And you just want to move on like this? Mikaro. I'm sorry, but I also agree with Mikaro's opinion. If you're hiding something, the honest thing to do would be to say it. So why can't you say it? It's okay. You don't have to fight for me. Everyone, just do what you've always done. Mikako-chan. I can't take this any longer. Even at this moment, you're saying that you're going to keep your mouth shut and stay away from us while casting suspiciousness all over the place. Stop playing around. You're treating us like fools. I'm kind of surprised for Mikaro to suddenly do an outburst like that. Another headache? What's the deal with those? What is your relationship with the Kisaragi Foundation? How did you know that if Monokuma stops this facility would shut down? I'm sorry, I can't answer. Why can't you answer? Can't answer. Are you kidding me? That you're putting all aside and say that you're the mastermind. Can you really do that, huh? Mikaro, calm down. Why are you suddenly getting so heated up? Kurokawa, I know this is painful, but I'll have to ask you. If you know something, tell us, please. I can't. Is that because Kurokawa doesn't want to talk, or is it because you really don't know anything? It's not that. Then why? I'm not asking you to tell me what you know. I'm asking, why can't you tell us? Don't come near me. Hey, Mikaro, Kurokawa, why are you running away? Oh, she's after her. Mikaro! Why did things turn like this all of a sudden? It's the first time I've ever seen Kurokawa act like that. And Mikaro too. What is going on? We have to follow them first. Yep. Mikaro! She went into her room. Rachel, why are you so angry? Nothing will change me getting mad at Mikako-chan. Rachel will be aware of this. Of course I know. And also know that this isn't like me, but I'm more curious of you guys. Who can be so calm in a situation like right now? What are you trying to say? I'll call you later at night. Until then, do some investigation, will you? Ray-chan. Since when does Mikhail become so emotional? This day is becoming the weirdest of all. It's a story we didn't hear last night. Is that it? Mikhail knows the story, and we don't know. Does this make us different? Are you saying it's serious enough for Ray-chan to be so mad like that? I don't know, we have no way of knowing. But this makes me feel uneasy for some reason. Mikhail showed an emotional behavior, telling us to follow her. When I looked at her in the eyes, she seemed to be shaking a little. Let's focus on what we can do now. It's important to stay positive in mind. Morning. Still can't save. Why? Why can't I not save? Break, take off, wing, skies loud. Yuki's approaching me. Oh, it is touching. Sure. Wanna play? I'll be opponent, yeah. Somehow I had a conversation with Kisaragi who was difficult to understand. I think my relationship with Kisaragi has improved a little. Yes. I wonder, would he like infinite power supply or something? No, wait, it's a component with constituent substance, which can be only known through the act of seeing. The thing you're holding in your hand, I desire that. Are you interested in this machine? I got it by mere chance, because I don't even know what this machine is for. Whoa, yeah, whoa. Take it if you like it. I was going to give it to you as a gift anyway. This machine made me a long time. What? No, put in practical use, like a price versus performance ratio. Even then the memories were brought back. And was it a research institute? It must be, no doubt. Anyway, thank you. It seems there's nothing like this on the surface. That's the good thing about Yuki. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm glad you seem to be pleased, Kisaragi. Felt happy about it. What does this do? Well, Yuki, was it? Here, this building was obviously had some drastic changes to be this new and shiny. Hey, Kisaragi, I'm sorry to ruin your mood, but I want to ask you a few more questions. Is that okay? Questions again? There's always so many. How many times will you keep asking them? I'm sorry, but I have to. There's a diary in the hidden room in the library. Did you write it? There was a diary in the back of the library. It's been a while since we came here. We're safe for the moment, but we can't get out. That's what it said. Do you remember? The note, diary, that I know what I wrote? Kisaragi. I shouldn't be related, and the more I delve into the info, the more curiosity increases to know the truth. But I can't go back. What are you trying to say? I now am very lucky. Surprisingly, they survived. Our friends were we able to do this much, but is now I can't tear it down. Not much left before I have to do something somehow. Should I suppress it? Curiosity is endless. What to do? I don't know what to do. It'll be ruined. That it is despair. Everything I did was in vain. Take it easy. If you don't know, you don't have to force an answer. I'm only asking. Yuki Maeda, you and the rest of them, believing in friends is good. So I'll believe. What is it? But you know, I couldn't let... I saw it for a moment. Mikako, it hurts. Is that trust? That's why I believe deeply in my heart. And why? No, not yet. Kisaragi, why are you so flustered? Just try to calm down. Well, is there something else? However, I must ask you something. Do you all suspect me? It's very difficult to say for the others. Ray suspects Yamato from the diary just from that itself. She suspects him as the mastermind. I didn't hear an answer, but there was a reaction. Yamato, I can't understand you, but I don't think we have much time. I'll say it bluntly. We suspect you as the mastermind. You show up late, and we found information about something called the Kisaragi Foundation in the school. I don't want to believe it, Yamato. I don't want to think you're the mastermind. Yamato, just please calm down and tell me the truth. Mastermind? Monokuma? Yeah, that's Monokuma. It's not me. You should think about it. Yes? It's a trap. It's not right. But if I try and give my side, it would be difficult for them to believe me. That's probably that person said they get in the way. I don't know what you're going through, but you're suffering, Kisaragi, so I won't ask anymore. Kisaragi's brain seems damaged. Has he been like this since he was born? But what about the photo we found? How did a guy like this become the third leader of the Kisaragi Foundation? Monokuma probably put Yamato here to mess with us. I don't think there's any more information I can get from talking with Kisaragi. It would just be a waste. Yuki is my friend. It would have been nice if we looked like this much earlier. However, it would have been nice if he was always like this. Huh? Everyone is fine. There's still hope. Yamato stopped talking and went back to his room. Yamato, he really is a mysterious guy, but he's not a bad guy or anything. I think he's just like us. Brain damage. I feel like Monokuma set it up for some reason. He tries to explain something to me, but it always ends up being nonsensical. Even so, it hasn't been long since I met him, but he called me his friend. Somehow it doesn't feel weird. Yamato's voice calling me a friend. Okay. Oh, my back. Ouch. Afternoon. There he is. Break takeoff. Sure. Yep. God, I missed the save point. Trophy? Gift from me? Yada yada. Yuki, do you have more questions? But you should know it's impossible for me to answer, no matter how much you ask. Calm down, Yamato. I don't have any questions for you this time. Oh, that's great that way. You will be pure when you don't know anything, so I will hang out with you, Yuki. Well, you're kinda in a gray area, but I'm sure if you talk to others, they'll suspect you less. And they'll realize you're a good boy. Yuki, until now, you've just been thinking about me and my condition, haven't you? That makes me happy. What? Yamato? So, I really hope you don't change how you are right now. That tone, you've been acting pretty normal. Finally, this headache is alleviated. I heard there was a game room on the 3rd floor. A casino? We should play for a bit. Come on, Yuki. Yamato. It was only for a short while, but Yamato talked quite normally. Soon after, he went back to behaving strangely again. Was I just imagining things? Still, I'm sure Yamato isn't a bad guy. In some nostalgic way, I see him as a friend. I think Yamato feels the same way. I feel a deep bond on which the close relationship between Yamato and myself. Although it was difficult to understand what he was saying, it was still fun playing darts with Yamato. Okay. What? Really? We've completed Yamato's FTE? Okay. What does that do? Getting late. So I returned to the dormitory. Just like yesterday, when it was nighttime, Mikara called us together. You get it now. I said it many times now, but we can't stay long. It will probably be shorter than yesterday because Monokuma is starting to notice the existence of this room more and more each time. No, maybe this will be the last time we're meeting in my room. Well, what do we do then, in the future? From now on, maybe there's nothing else to talk about anymore. What? It's nothing. If it's a matter of the room, don't worry. I will try to make a new jamming suitable device in its place. Okay, more importantly right now, is this about the second piece of information when Mikara was cut off yesterday? That's right, what was it that Ray-chan was so worried about? Ow, my back. Oh, don't forget to stretch. Ow. I felt uncomfortable in that moment. It was like the line of the self-esteem hit the sky limit. I thought Akane was going to say, aren't you worried? I thought she was going to say it aloud, but unexpectedly, Mikara just quietly drew her breath. Listen carefully. I remember what you found about the Kisaragi Foundation, right? That same building is the place we're stuck in right now. That same building? We aren't at Hope Speak Academy? No. What? This is not Hope Speak Academy. What? Are you kidding me? This isn't Hope Speak Academy. Isn't it the fact that we each entered this building was Hope Speak Academy originally? That's true, Rachel said it was that too. We found a guidebook from Hope Speak. The structure of the building was the same too. No, at that time I only knew this, but that wasn't it. What in the world do you mean, Mikara? Why do you think that? What's this? Paper? The Hope Speak Academy brochure, found on the 5th floor. This is the structure of the 2nd and 5th floors. What? As Mikara says, it was a brochure that showed the structure of Hope Speak Academy. It seemed to be the rest of the 1st floor schematic that Mikara discovered on the first day we were here. As you guys said, the 1st floor of this building is identical to the one I found earlier, so I had to I had no doubts that this was Host Peak Academy. But that was my mistake. If you take a good look at the brochure, Host Peak Academy brochure, just by looking at the first chapter, the structure diagram on the second floor, we were able to understand the meaning of Mikaru's words. What? The classrooms and library? And a pool? There was no pool, right? Not only that, there is no power room in this document either. Looking back, the anxiety was slowly rising. I looked at the structural diagrams of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors in turn. Now you understand that this place is not Host Peak Academy. Unbelievable. According to Host Peak brochure, the structure is as follows. On the 2nd floor, there are classrooms, a library, and swimming pool. The swimming pool is equipped with changing rooms and fitness equipment. On the 3rd floor, there are classrooms, a lounge, art room, and a physics preparation room. The lounge is equipped with entertainment such as mini billiards and darts. The 4th floor, there are classrooms, faculty office, headmaster's office, information processing room, music room, and a chemistry lab. The last 5th floor, there are classrooms, a biology room, a natural farm, and an archery dojo. There are similar facilities, but most of them are different, even if the 5th floor is a completely different facility. Then this isn't really Host Peak Academy? No, I'm not sure with just only this alone, because the surveillance cameras were turned into a machine gun. Isn't there a possibility that the measure might transform the entire school? Of course, this isn't the only thing. Did you really expect it all be easy on you? The brochure merely gave the final blow to the things that have been questioned. The things left as questions? There were quite a few. Where to begin? Yeah, the first question I had with the 2nd floor was first opened. I was with Meta back then, so you'd remember. What Monokuma said in the power room. Power room? You mean that Host Peak Academy can't get energy from the outside? Correct. Isn't that strange? Host Peak that's located in the middle of Tokyo for some reason cannot receive energy from the outside any longer. Even if we assume that the outside world is a mess due to the worst and most desperate event in human history, wouldn't there be enough safety devices such as a minimum reserve power? But nevertheless, Monokuma said it was impossible. From this point on, I began to feel a little uneasy about this. Also, looking at the library and school's office, there were no books that could be found in normal schools. It's all just papers and dictionaries. Kinjo also mentioned that when the 4th floor opened and examined the office. It was the same when Uehara found Maki's cell phone, and it was out of range. It's strange considering the location of Host Peak Academy. No way! The biggest question is still the appearance of the 5th floor. There were classrooms up until the 4th floor, but the 5th floor is a billion of light years away from the school. You've seen it all, haven't you? Crucially, the structure of the 5th floor is very similar to the power room on the 2nd floor. Don't you think it's right to see that the original 5th floor was renovated for the school, and the contrary to the school itself was renovated? Then really, this isn't really Host Peak Academy? I can't say with 100% certainty, but there's a high probability. We were kidnapped from Host Peak Academy and mistakenly thought this building, which had a similar appearance to Host Peak. If it's not Host Peak Academy, where are we then? Where do you think you are? A mark that we've seen countless of times in this building, until now. And where would you have the technology to renovate a building of this magnitude? You don't mean the Kisaragi Foundation? The Kisaragi Foundation, or a building owned by the Foundation, is highly probable. Then the mastermind that imprisoned us is a member of the Kisaragi Foundation too? But then, Yamada Kisaragi, that person is the mastermind? I don't know, considering the hypothesis of the memory loss, everything becomes a mess, whether they are an ultimate student or whatever. Even if you are a god, it becomes impossible to find the truth. Besides the fact that there's no energy supply and there's no signal areas outside, it means there's a high possibility that it's a place far away from a city. With the current notion, I have no clue. The more I find out, the more desperate I get. Maybe it's best if we just get out of here. Maybe we can survive. Why are you doing this, Mikaro? What? Is that the extent of your ability? You said you were confident that you would cooperate, but now you're just trying to give up on this despair? Don't be ridiculous, Meta. I didn't even say a word about giving up. I'm not so sure about that. Being so discouraged is already halfway thinking like that. You were so angry this morning, so I was worried you might be getting pressured. Is this 100% the Mikaro who always shouted at us, hanging her shoulders and drooping all over the floor, the real deal? Have you finished talking, huh, Yuki Maeda? Yuta, what's wrong? Stop it. Why are you trying to fight? The situation is different now than when I shouted. You're just leaning on me now. And when you get nervous, you pass the responsibility onto me. And now you are only seeing me whining? That's wrong. Even though I'm surprised by the current facts, I haven't given up. And I have no intention of giving up. I haven't despaired yet. You're scared to be so angry, aren't you? Slap in the face. Oh wait, no slap in the face. If you don't know anything, shut the hell up, man. I'm saying this with all the more reason because I've faced the situation. Now, even after hearing the despairing facts, I think that it was a courageous act to say nothing is wrong, but that itself is reckless and stupid, not courageous, you stupid beggar. Realistically speaking, it is no different than committing suicide to just bump into each other like a fool, knowing that there's no more information, there's no more answers to the situation we're facing right now. Or what else? Are you saying that you found out the mastermind and found a trump card to overcome this? No, I don't know anything, but I'm also not reckless. I don't mean to give up. Nothing will change if you get discouraged just because you don't have an answer. Before Kisaragi showed up, where did Mikharu go? You can't catch the mastermind with such despair in you. After this far, did you hear what I said up till now? There are two things I found out after putting together all the information I've found up to this moment. In other words, putting all the clues together, all we found is that we may be amnesiac and that this isn't Hope's Peak Academy. This is it. It's all over. There are no more clues. All up to the 5th floor, which is the last floor, has already been opened. And in order for the locked ones to be unlocked, someone has to go and clear the class trial. But since I promised to get out of here with you guys, no more murder should happen. Or what? Do you want a murder to happen? That's not what I mean. The only hope Mikao Kurikawa doesn't tell us anything. Aren't you angry when you guys say let's break together when you have to figure it out even if we need to rush through? If you want to say something to me, do it after you figure out something to fix the situation yourself. Don't speak nonsense with your mouth without knowing anything, you stupid fool. Someone's angry. What? You guys are fighting now? Monokuma. Great, he had to come anyways. I don't have anything more to say now, so you all get out. Don't even come to my room anymore. Ray-chan. Hey, sorry if this is kind of a bad moment. The surveillance camera, it doesn't seem like it's a malfunction. What the hell do I care, you fucking bear shit? Get out of my room. Yeah, scary. Mikharu, I'll just say this. Hope is not to fight it, but to create it. Don't forget. Can I save the game now, please? Of course not. Mikharu kicked us all out and locked her door. Looking at her attitude, I think she's going to distance herself from us again from tomorrow. We won't be able to enter Mikharu's room anymore, even though I never tried it. To enter Mikharu's room. Did we say something wrong? I fully understand Mikharu's words and feelings as Mikharu said. Even if we all summarize the information we have obtained since then, the conclusion comes out. Of course, those two conclusions are neither a clue to escape, nor a clue to the mastermind. Rather, it was a fact that made us more confused in our minds. But is it fine to just be angry and discouraged by that? Of course, Mikharu is also human. I understand that she could get angry or nervous, but I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Sleep it up. It's nighttime, so let's go to sleep. I'll think much better afterwards. Yep. God damn it. Aim for the bed. There you go. Amnesia. The Kisaragi Foundation. This isn't Hope's Peak Academy. Confused information and Mikharu's angry face kept glimmering around her eyes. Her feelings grew so intense that we had a serious fight with Mikharu. Only you, though. Akane and Soria couldn't probably say whether Mikharu's hypothesis was correct or not. It was too shocking. Kinja still doesn't show any signs of waking up either. Damn it, for this, Sasuke didn't save us just to be like this. I forcibly calmed my unsettled heart and tried to fall asleep. 7 a.m., nothing important. In the blink of an eye, it's morning already. I was really upset last night. I should go eat first. Still can't save. Breakfast time. People in the dining hall are Akane, Teruya, Kisaragi, and me. Only the 4 of us. Mikharu didn't come as expected. Ray-chan was here. a little bit before Madikun came here. Really? As soon as I arrived, she took the food out of the kitchen and left. I called her, but she left us without looking back, telling us to investigate on our own. She must have been very upset about yesterday. But I still don't think it's Madikun's fault. I can't determine whose was it, but I really don't think it was anyone's fault. But if Mikara goes away from us again, it's going to be hard to be together. Can we really do this by ourselves? I'm sorry, Toria. It's because of me. I'm not blaming you, Yuki. I thought yesterday Mikara was a little strange too. What should we do from now on? I'm asking because I'm worried about this. Rei-chan is obviously nervous. We've never gotten closer to her this much, but I could tell. She has a great sense of responsibility. Even when she was acting alone, she has done a more thorough investigation than anyone else to escape from here. She even promised to live together and escape with us. In the end, all the information that we worked so hard to find was useless. Because it was even more desperate information, Mikara felt a sense of being responsible. I shouted so loudly at her without knowing Mikara's feelings like that. Seriously, Mada, why are you blaming yourself again? As I said over and over, Madikun is not wrong. But even if it's no one's at fault, there's still responsibility to take. Mikara's left us again. It's okay, even if Mikara continues to help in the current situation, there wouldn't be much to do anyway. In the end, we're back to square one. I guess some things aren't going so well. Monokuma, don't just jump out in the seat next to me. What are you here for? Papa, well, a few days ago I thought you were gonna come up with a powerful return. It seems it was just an image back in that court. That's just pointless meddling. Disappear already. Hey, don't be like that so much. It's not as bad to eat with someone else, you know. Recently, I don't know what you've been doing on Mikara's room lately. The surveillance camera hasn't caused any abnormalities since yesterday, and I'm going to go over it in more detail, especially since I'm suspecting some things. Well, it doesn't really matter if you find something out of a broken camera. I don't have to worry about a thing looking at the mood you guys have right now, Poo. I get it. The method of trying to separate us like that has already become unsatisfyingly long. Time ago, alright? The taste of the food has become lucky, so why don't you get out? If you've got nothing else to do. A deep kick. I didn't come here for nothing. I don't have anything to do with you guys, but I'm just here to check on Kisaragi-kun's condition. Kisaragi? Kisaragi-kun, how's your body? No problem. The food melts due to the winding taste of the esophagus. The honey guest was swallowed, a pleasant feeling. Looking good. How's your mood? I thought you'd be pretty nervous. What do I think? I wonder if I'll be okay. The last thing I offer, said that kid. Hey, how confident can you be? It's questionable whether that'll change anything. Even if it's only one. You have a secret trick, Kisaragi-kun. That's interesting. I come and see anytime, but it wins the game without defeat. Good. Your role as a transfer student couldn't be more appropriate. Well then, let's see what happens next. What was that? Now he's gone. Well, I don't even know what Kisaragi's saying. In my eyes, it looked like Monokuma and Kisaragi were checking each other. Is it bad between them? If Kisaragi is the mastermind, shouldn't he be in good terms with Monokuma? I don't know. We probably won't be able to know that no matter how many hours. If we think about it, it's better not to pay attention to them. There's no Mikaro. Kurokawa is avoiding us, and Kiju still fainted. It's just the three of us, but I don't think we should give up just yet. Let's continue investigating the school as we always done. Hope it's something we create with our own hands. I agree, Madikun is cheering us, so I'll do my best. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try. If I find something, I'll let you guys know. Right. Mikara distanced herself from us, but the investigation will still continue. We can never give up for our friends who have died so far. Don't give up until you can't muster any more power. Oh boy. This is an endurance test. Still can't save. I mean, I'm done with you, right? Well, you can deserve the place I was, let's say, crystal together. Uneasy, aren't you? Can't get closer. Okay. Go somewhere else. Alright. I don't have any more FTEs compiled because I'm not really in the mood to compile more FTEs. Wait, maybe there's something in the rooms. Nothing. No money coins. Useless. And I can't even access the menu. Oh, wait a minute. What if I go through here? Next. The counter argument requires only one session to move. Yes. Buy it. Kanada Kakeru. Primary increased by HP 2. Cancel. I think I'm done with Kyoka. Maki. Yeah. Precise aim. 2 times increase in speech recovery for a phase. I could use that. Sprint. Haruhiko, what do you do? Significantly reduce the letter movement speed and flash anagram. That could be good. What about Satsuki? What do you sell, Satsuki? Earn 2 medals. Oh yeah, I have that already. Buy it. Still can't open the menu. Why? How many more coins do I have left? 97. Donut. Still can't save, by the way. Why? God damn it. Oh well. I guess since I don't want to spend the FTEs and don't have anything compiled, I'll just skip the FTEs. Yeah. Sleep like a log. I searched the 5th floor carefully, but there are no more clues in it. One locked door and the record room that opens only when you enter a password. Here's my thought process, fellas. The only way that there's a save point is before starting the class trial. So if I continue this in one long fucking playthrough without any, interruptions and shit, maybe the save point will finally show up. Oh boy, this is exhausting. Good thing it's a weekend while I'm recording this. If you can get in there, maybe I'll find something new. Then I'll probably split the video in parts so that I can rest a few days after I have to go through this fucking bullshit. What? Did I just hear the door closing from the ballroom? I'd have to check. Oh. Eh? Kinjo? Kinjo, wait a minute, you're awake? He ignored me and left. Didn't he hear me? Kinjo just went out of the ballroom. Why did he wake up? Rather, why go to the ballroom? No, you would need to look out for your body first. He's been lying in bed for almost 3 days. First, rather than pushing too hard, let's watch the situation for a moment. If I get a chance later at night, I'll tell the others about it. How do I get out of here? Down. Shit. I was just checking if it's locked or not. Sleep. It's already close to nighttime. I want to sleep already. Nothing new was found today, but let's not be discouraged. The most important thing is to not give up. We'll surely find something tomorrow. Now that I think about it, I have to tell everyone that Kinjo's awake. I forgot. It's best to talk when we all get together. Tomorrow's breakfast probably at best. If I go a little earlier, I'll get to meet Mikaro. By the way, huh? What? There's a piece of paper on the floor. As soon as you see this, please meet me at the gym with everyone. Tsurugi Kinjo? Maybe. I don't know. Kinjo? At some point, I don't like this. 1 minute. Hey, have you received the letter from Kinjo? Mikaro too? I just came into my room and checked it out. That bastard, what the hell is he thinking? About that, I was originally going to say it at breakfast tomorrow, but I actually saw Kinjo coming out of the ballroom earlier. It seems he's been awake for a while. What? The ballroom? Why did he go there again? He asked me about the current situation. Did you know that Kinjo woke up? Did you talk to him? I was surprised too. He woke up suddenly without any warning and asked me to tell him what happened after he passed out with his dying eyes. I only told briefly the circumstances. Is he okay? Calling us out at such a late hour? What do you think? If he sent a letter to Mikaro, the other guys... Man, are you certain you saw him coming out of the ballroom? Yeah, I called him out, but I don't think he noticed me. Let's go to the gym. Only bring Teruya and Akane. Maybe he's thinking nonsense, that guy. What? Do as I say. It's not a matter of rushing or sleeping right now. Go to Akane. I'll get Teruya. Meta, what about Tyra? I don't know. She wasn't in her room, was she? Are you guys getting along all of a sudden? I thought we were gonna cut off. This is so noisy, so I don't have time to explain in detail right now. Let's find Tyra later and continue alone. We have to hurry. Okay. Oh, there she is. Huh? What are you guys doing together there? Akane, where have you been? I've been investigating the 5th floor since this morning, because I was determined today and decided to keep investigating except when I went to eat. In the end, there wasn't much to search, but still, I'm sorry. That's fine, just follow me quickly. Suddenly to where? It looks like the crazy cop has woken up. Hurry up! At Mikaro's decision, Akane and Teruya joined. We decided to go to the gym. Because Mikaro is such in a hurry, I start to get anxious for no reason. What are you trying to do, Kinjo? Kinjo! Meta, you're here. And the others too. Kinjo-kun, calling us at such a late hour. Moreover, I thought you just woke. So what? Your face. It's all dark. What happened? Kinjo, what is that you're holding right now? What else? It's a gun. Gun? Meta said that he saw you coming out of the ballroom. In fact, you went to the arsenal, didn't you? Arsenal? Was the ballroom still open? I needed this. All of you. It's more of a decision, together with Mikaro. It was something I could not have imagined until not long ago when I was completely broken. Everyone, you've gotten stronger, unlike me. What are you talking about, Kinjo? You're strong. The strongest among us, it's you, Kinjo. Let's just say things that will make him feel better, probably. No, I'm weak, a weak piece of scum. Kinjo, why are you doing this? Since you were in the ballroom, you've been weird. Your mind is broken, huh? Mikaro? The ideology he has been observing and adhering to all his life. Death can only be the same as death. A criminal is only a criminal, no matter the story. No matter the circumstance, no matter what, and there is no compromise. For this guy, Sasuke and Haruko must have been quite a shock, because they killed themselves in order to save others. Meaning the beliefs he had believed in were destroyed by Haru and Sasuke, and his mind was also destroyed? That's right, to be honest, even I was surprised by their willpower of sacrifice. Anyways, you just restored your consciousness. Are you trying to kill us with a gun now? Are you that crazy and trying to give up now? What? Again? Kinjo, do you want to do the same thing you did at the ballroom again? Am I wrong, Tsurugi Kinjo? Don't shut up now and say something. It is as Mikaro said, but only 25% was correct. What? It is as you said, Sasuke and Haruko's actions were incomprehensible, even more. Since Kinji Ohara's execution, I've been constantly reflecting on my own thoughts. Actually, I was feeling it vaguely. It's like my thinking was strange. I was just trying to rationalize myself by using the false excuse of protecting everyone. As a result, many people have died because of my garbage thoughts all this time. The others who I was able to protect were also put to death. So what do you want to say? Even if you realize your mistake now, will the dead people come back? Mikaro, don't keep irritating Kinjo. The one who's suffering the most right now is Kinjo. No, there's nothing wrong with Mikaro's words. I'm responsible for what I've done, up until now, and that responsibility is so heavy. That's why. Uh-oh. I have to atone. Keijo, what are you? Keijo held the pistol he was holding upside down and aimed it at his forehead. You! Are you going to die? Even though I don't think this will be enough for an atonement for sure, at least I can't live and breathe on the lives of the people who died because of me. Because I'm a murderer. Keijo, wake up, you're not a murderer. I mean, the killer was me. I stabbed Kizuna-chan, I ran away in that state, and even made Ayami-chan die. It was me. So come back to your usual self, Kinji-kun. Taira, I said a lot of harsh things to you too. When I think about it, I wasn't really in a position to say that to you. Don't apologize, you're not being yourself now. You stupid bastard. Do you think something like this will change anything? Did you just call us to show something so stupid, or is it that fun to watch? This has to be done in front of you, because I have to atone for you too. Kurokawa isn't here. Keijo, please come to your senses. We are no longer in the ballroom. Sasuke left us with hope, which means they don't want you to do this either. That's right, rather than taking your own life, revealing the true nature of the mastermind and punishing them is the true meaning of atonement. Suicide is just an escape from reality. Oh boy, what a great line. Suicide is just an escape from reality. Nice. I'm different from you guys. I can't change my mind so casually like that. But you can change it casually, slowly, right? Can't understand you. Why are you thinking that way? You just realize your own mistake. If you know you're mistaken, you just have to prevent that from happening in the future. No, it wouldn't be so simple. For normal people, it would, but for this guy, the idea of crime is the same as his own identity. In other words, the ideology that has been adhered to is destroyed. It is no different from denying one's own existence. Their existence is denied. Mikhail said something like that a few days ago. The hypothesis that if we were in a state of lost memory, that she might have been the mastermind all along. When you realize that you are the mastermind, you would deny the existence you had believed in. According to Mikaro, the current state of Kinjo is no different from hers. Of course, your existence being denied is terrifying. It's terribly hopeless because you're not who you say you are. But even so, don't be stupid, Tsurugi Kinjo, don't try to die. No one in this world has to die. What do you think about human life is for, huh? Matt is right, no one deserves to die. But I saw those people and made them kill. Higa. There was intent to kill from the start, but the murder was induced by Monokuma's motive. Had he not been involved in such an incident, he would have lived a good life as a promising soccer player. Hatano. To prevent her friend from becoming the Blackened, she sacrificed herself instead. In fact, it's not exaggeration to say that she confessed from the very beginning like Sasuke. Umehara. He was threatened by Monokuma, and he had no choice but to kill to save the children's lives, trying to throw away the minority for the sake of many. Everyone committed murders, but no one was truly evil in the end. I dismiss the result of committing murder and judge it as evil, even after death. They all died tragically, unfairly and horribly, and I can't be the only one alive after this. This is the only atonement I can make. I think the time has come to end it now. Everyone, I'm sorry, you guys have to stay alive and leave the school. Kinjo, don't mess with me. What is this torment, damn it? No one wants you to die that way. Don't be so smug without knowing anything. What you're doing right now is just running away, turning your eyes from the painful reality. You're not garbage and you're not pathetic. Man, in the end it doesn't matter. It's not a difficult situation. If only I was an ordinary student and not the ultimate police officer. Could I have been friends with everyone? Kinjo, stop! I wonder if this is family friendly. Kinjo? No one could open their mouths anymore. It was so sudden. So simply, Kinjo pulled the trigger. There was no time to stop it. Is this a lie? A body to be discovered after a certain amount of time has passed. The class trial will begin. The body discovery announcement? Body, you say? That Kinjo? There's no way, right? Oh my, what is this? I can't believe that Kinjo is dead. Monokuma. Once the body is found, I rang the broadcast, but this is not a case or anything too complex. There's no sense in having a class trial. He just died with his own hands. He didn't. Huh? He's not dead. Kinjo isn't dead. Meta-kun. Kinjo isn't dead. I mean, Kinjo isn't the type of person to die like this. Meta, I understand how you feel, but don't waste your breath. You can't live after putting a bullet on your own head, right? This is a fact, of course, even if you don't check. Unless you have the reflectability, like a white-haired boy. Reflectability. Hey, when I first saw the gun, I thought Kinjo was gonna use the gun that Teruya used in the previous trial, and that's gonna explode, preventing him from shooting himself on the head, but I guess I was wrong. My guess was wrong. He isn't dead yet. Kinjo will survive. Kinjo's not dead. Stop it, Maeda. It's already over. We couldn't understand his heart and we couldn't stop him. That's just it. Don't be ridiculous. Kinjo's not dead. We can't send Kinjo away like this. Fool, see for yourself. You have already, but you can't admit it. Look, his heart stopped. Just like this. Stop? It's not? His heart is beating. What? Excuse me? He's alive, Kinjo-kun? Anything is fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get Kinjo's treatment. But this... should I allow this? Don't talk bullshit and get the treatment right away, Monokuma. Are you going to leave us alone like in Kurokawa's state? I can't help it. Actually, I don't want to hold a class trial like this. Fine, I'll pick up the patient to the Monokuma General Hospital. Everyone hurry up to the recovery room. Wow, he's still alive. Tough bastard, aren't you? One tough son of a gun. Monokuma, what happened? Kinjo. Well, it's a real shock. I heard the result of my diagnosis was the bullet that Kinjo used was effective. As a result, the bullet smashed the skull and caused minimal damage to the brain. In the end, it didn't damage any important part of the brain. Wow, that's fucking lucky. That means he's okay. Kinjo is alive? Well then, this is what Dr. Monokuma guarantees. Since I did the surgery right away and passed the turning point, his life is no longer in danger. Thank God. I'm really glad. He's got a long lifeline. Seriously, I can only say this is really lucky. No matter how bad the bullet was, it kept the muzzle from hitting the forehead and avoided a fatal wound. Even more shocking, at a short distance. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I don't want to see any of us die again. Well, I don't know if this is really lucky. What? I definitely said his life was not in danger. It's just that what Kinjo-kun's life is going to be in the future. What do you mean? Explain in detail. What should I say? My condolences? The parts necessary for maintaining his life were unharmed, but the brain cells that maintained the cerebral memory were destroyed. I can't say for sure yet, but to put it simply, all his memories, abilities, personal skills that Kinjo's developed over the course of his own life may have been shattered into oblivion. Oh shit. What? One last thing, the fragments of the broken skull are stuck here and there. I extracted them safely, but even if he survives this way, he has the potential to be a plant human. Oh, you mean in a vegetated state? Not, not a vegetable. Not a plant human. Either way, the situation is not a joke. What is this ridiculous? Becoming a vegetable? How the hell did you do this treatment? Better quit it. It's not Monokuma's fault. In fact, saving stuff is close to a miracle. But Kinjo is... Maeda-kun. Yuki, there are things that just can't be helped. Nonsense. What is this? What the hell is this? It was all too sudden. No one would have wanted this. Did Kinjo really want something like this? I didn't have a clue. Guys, a body discovery announcement. What happened? Did it happen again? Mikako-chan. It's no big deal, don't worry about it. No one died. Monokuma was mistaken. Mistaken? Kinjo put a gun on his head. I thought it was instant death for sure. He was lucky enough to not lose his life. I just finished the surgery in the infirmary. Kinjo did? Well, now I'm done, so I'll leave. Of course, if Kinjo's still alive, there won't be a class trial, but you already know that. After that, we kept quiet and chicken with each other. To such a shocking reality, no one was able to talk. Mikaro, who had been pursuing Kurokawa, also left Kurokawa in front of her eyes, went back to her room without saying a word. Kinjo is still alive, but he'd rather be dead. Why did this happen? Did we make a mistake? Why do we have to be the only ones to suffer things like this? Still can't save. I stopped thinking and forced myself to sleep as soon as I glanced at my bed. I slept as if trying to escape reality. I felt like all the hope Satsuki gave us and our resolutions were all in vain. I don't want to do anything anymore. We don't have any clues about the mastermind, and even my friend is in critical condition, but will it make a difference if I try even harder than what I've already done? In this despair, it's just excruciating. It shouldn't be like this. I know it's not okay.